do have internet.
You guys like mangoes?
Yeah.
Of course you do. Everybody loves mangoes. So here's an update on the Glen mango on turpentine that I'm top working, because Glen really doesn't do too well here with our with its issues with powdery mildew and not holding fruit. So I've been selecting for better varieties that can tolerate powdery mildew a little bit better, because I'm not going to spray sulfur or anything like that. So these varieties up here, some of them anyway, are supposed to still hold fruit even if they get the powdery mildew, and others are just experimental because why not. So check it out. We have a bunch of varieties here. Sugarloaf.
Bunch of mangoes.
That's right. That's right.
Bunch of mangoes.
Cac right there.
Where's cat?
Right here's cac.
Oh yeah, I see cat.
More cac. So I try to balance the tree out. I really emphasized M4 at the top because that's really what I care about, is the M4. So the majority of the top is M4. So even if these lower varieties don't take or don't produce or have issues with powdery mildew, it's not going to be a big deal. I know balancing a tree out with different varieties can be a little difficult, but my goal is M4 mainly, and we'll see what else happens. And I'm a trimmer, so I have no problem maintaining the structure and omitting some varieties that cause problems for me. So we have the cac, the Sugarloaf, the M4 on top, all on top. That's the majority of my grafts are M4. Here's some fruits from the Glen that I actually took some pretty viable fruit off that were much bigger than this in favor of grafting. So I might have actually got full-size fruit this year on the Glen, but I'm not too worried about it. I'd rather emphasize the new varieties that I grafted. Maybe I'll leave that one up in there, see what happens. Let's see what else we have here. Cotton candy right here. ST Maui. So a handful of these I got from a local source here in Southern California, and the rest I got sent to me from Florida. Not from your typical Scion Wood sources, somebody else who was willing to work with me, find the caliper budwood I was looking for, wait for the excuse me, wait for the budwood to be pushing before cutting it and sending it. So he was really nice and definitely worked with me. So I think my chances will increase here. We got some Venus right here. This one is Venus. Fruit punch. More M4. This one right here is more M4. Like I said, I really emphasized M4. I've never done this before, but the guy was, you know, I have great success with grafts, but the guy was telling me that he just started experimenting with putting some zip ties, especially at the top of the graft, where it may flare out a bit. So I said, what the hell, we'll try it. Even though I've never had issues grafting, let's just add a little insurance. What else do we got here? Sweet Tart. More fruit punch. I'm forgetting all the varieties I did already. Sweet Tart. M4. I know there's more, but I'm losing track here. M4. It's funny, I feel like I'm missing some, but it is what it is. Well, anyway, here's a look at it. The tree was much bigger before, obviously. I will further prune as I see these pushing out and growing, more vegetative growth. And I want this tree to get much bigger, so I'm not worried about size control like many people in Florida. I want a big mango tree on this corner right here. And I want a lot of mangoes, and I don't mind if it's a problem I have, which will be a good problem, picking fruit from high up. I'll figure it out if I have that problem. I'm not going to complain about a lot of mangoes too high. Oh yeah, and you can see that a lot of these are actually pushing already. See if I can get you a clear shot of that. The tip right there is pushing. So I got good budwood. At the right time of year, our nighttime temps are now consistently 60 and above. We're now creeping into the 80s during the day consistently, or we were about to anyway. So I think the risk of a third flower flush is less likely. Hopefully this is clear for you. Pardon my camera work here, I'm a rookie. See the little buds pushing? You know, I'm told getting budwood from a local source is probably higher probability, but you know, some of these varieties are hard to come by, and some of these varieties nobody's growing here. And if they're not advertising it, and they're probably not willing to share, because everybody wants something from somebody on the internet these days. I'm guilty of it too, but I resist the temptation to ask. You know, we all want the cool stuff. I don't blame you. But there it is. I'll give you an update on it. I have high take on all the grafts I do on all kinds of different fruit trees, so I'm hoping that carries over to mangoes. I have successfully grafted mangoes in the past, but I did about, I'm guessing around 25 grafts on this. So we'll see how many take. And we'll see if the local budwood works better than the shipped budwood. Let's see what happens.